Andre Kachatourian with Nesson.com, joined today via Skype with Gegard Mousasi, Bellator MMA middleweight champion, defeated Rafael Carvalho at Bellator 200 this past week. An impressive first-round knockout. Gegard, how are you today?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. I'm relaxing, recovering, and I don't know, rest a little bit and up to the next fight.
Now let's talk about that fight. First of all, it was very quick, first-round victory. I mean, I feel like a lot of people thought it would go further. You thought it would have gone further too. Earlier, you were talking about how, you thought Carvalho would maybe take you the distance. Were you surprised with the result?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know, but I've been fighting for so long. I know it's not the opponent that's gonna decide if the fight's gonna be tough or not. It's sometimes you have names where you think I'm gonna go through them, and then they give you the toughest fight, and then you have a big name you're fighting, and then it ends in 1 minute. So it's fighting. You never know how it will go. But of course, he's the champion and defending it a couple times in his belt. I was expecting a lot longer fight, let's say. But like I said, you never know with fighting.
No, in your last fight, in your Bellator debut with Alexander Shlemenko, it went the distance. A lot of people were criticizing you, saying, Mousasi has lost his step, this, that. And now you come first round, you finish the fight. What does it mean to you to be able to finish the fight this quickly?
Well, it just, like I said, I know what I can do. I know I'm in my prime. That fight, I was blinded with on one eye from the first minute. People that give me critics, they're idiots, simply idiots. I cannot describe those people. They have never fought in their life, let alone with an injured eye, and then fighting a former champion like Shlemenko, and they don't know anything about fighting. So I don't listen to these people because more than the half of the world are stupid. So if they're experts in fighting and they come with their opinion, if they're former fighters, you can listen to people like that. But people that don't know anything, I just don't pay attention to.
Now, Gegard, it's fascinating to me to see your record, 52 career professional fights, and you're only 32 years old. Like, I look at some fighters in MMA. Another fighter that comes to mind is Donald Cerrone, the guy who's always fighting. He's always busy. You're the same way. You're always busy. You're always fighting. How do you do it? How do you physically able to do this? 52 career professional fights.
Well, people don't give me credit for those stuff. I've been fighting. When I was 20, I was fighting in Pride already. And since then, I've been fighting for every big organization. I've been capturing titles. But some people still say I'm overrated. It's still, even after my whole career, people give me shit. And but I never said I'm the best fighter in the world. I'm just saying I'm one of the best. And as long as people know that, that's fine by me.
Now, was there a time where it's like after all these fights that you do and your impressive resume, or it's just like this is taxing on my body. It's too much. Do you ever think about that or the future in terms of your body?
Well, I'm getting older, but I never took a lot of damage in my fights. You have fighters that have maybe 25 fights, but they have took damage much more than me. So I've been always very careful in my trainings. My fighting style is not go and brawl with someone. It's, it's fighting smart. So I could continue 10 more fights if I want to. And but like I said, I'm approaching end of my career. And I'm not going to stay too long. I want to win my fights and go on top.
Interesting. Now, your next potential fight, you've been all over social media, and Rory MacDonald has been all over social media. It seems like you were very quick to call him out. And Ariel Helwani yesterday reporting that now Scott Coker is open to book you guys to fight. What response do you have to that report?
Well, it's all up to Scott. Scott is the promoter. So if he feels like the fight is now to make, he will make the fight. If he feels like I need to defend my belt or Rory have to defend his belt. I'm fine with that. I have no problem fighting someone else. Rory, he himself came up with coming up to the middleweight division. So it was his idea. I didn't go and suddenly say, I want to fight the welterweight champion. It wasn't, I didn't say that. It was his idea.
Right.
And we liked the fight and we said it in the media. So, let's Rory next, and then maybe it's then I will go up at light heavyweight to fight Ryan Bader.
Oh wow! So you have aspirations to be 2-belt champion in Bellator.
Well, I don't know. Everyone wants to be 2-time champion now. I don't care. It's just. Really, I don't care. But that was the planning when we started in Bellator. We said one fight, middleweight, Rory MacDonald, Ryan Bader. That was a little bit what we had in mind, and so far it's been like that. So if Rory happens, who knows? Maybe Ryan Bader, because that's a big fight. That's if I win that belt, it's people will know it. It's an accomplishment, and so. But it's not my thing to say I'm a 2-time middleweight and the light heavyweight champion. But people like it, so we do it.
Now, in terms of your back when you were in the UFC, it seemed like you're a lot more subdued, a lot more quiet. Lately, you've been talking more. You're showing your personality more a lot lately, and quite frankly, I love it. I think it's great. Your trash talking is fantastic. I personally want to see more of it. Well, why did you come out of your shell? What made you decide to do that?
I don't know. I learned it a little bit later in career, but in fighting you can say a lot more than normal. I can say Chicken Rory and there's no problem because it's fight talk. It doesn't mean I don't respect him. I think very highly of him. That's the way fight gets built up or fight get made, and that's how it works. And I was a little bit late with that, but I'm still the same guy, just more vocal. And it doesn't matter what I do. When I was quiet, people didn't like me. When I talk more, people don't like me.
It's funny why
it's always gonna be some people gonna like you, some not gonna like you. But,
it's very interesting that you always say that people don't like you, and quite frankly, I think when I talk to people, people respect you. I feel like in terms of what you've done. Sure, there's always going to be those people who are going to hate you no matter what. But I mean, I feel like for the most part, don't you think you're very well respected in the MMA community?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Mostly it's positive, I think. Let's say, I would say 80% is positive, maybe 20-30% negative, but like I said, I'm not here to satisfy people.
Right.
If people get happy, they like me, great. If they don't like me, they can suck it. What can I say? I don't like them either. So, what can I say, Because I don't know. You have fans. Someone is a fan of some different fighter, and if I fight him, of course they're not gonna like me. But they should. What I don't like is when people don't have mutual respect.
Right.
Listen, I fought Rafael Carvalho in London. The whole crowd was for me, even at the weigh-ins. No one booed him. No one.
Yeah.
But when I fought in Brazil, everyone was booing, everyone saying names and calling stuff. That's not mutual respect. And some people don't understand that. They should, you're a fighter. It doesn't matter where you go fight. Don't boo the other fighter. That's disrespectful. And it just, people, But what can I say? Not everyone is raised like that. Now,
one thing I could be certain is everybody in the Armenian community is behind you, and you dedicated that belt on social media to the Armenian people. You had an Armenian flag wrapped around you. What did that mean to you? Why did you even dedicate it to the Armenian people? I've seen in previous years you bring out the Netherlands flag, which is where you're from. But this time bringing the Armenian flag. What made you decide that?
Well, listen, I'm fighting from Holland. I always fight for Holland because this is where I grew up.
Yeah.
This is where I went to school. This is where I trained. This is because of Holland that I was able to have an MMA career. So, I'm thankful to Holland. So, and Holland, Armenia is gonna be always my, I say, mother country. Let's say, and the most people that get happy are the Armenians. And when the Armenia, it's a poor country, and now it has a big change coming.
Yeah,
I hope it's gonna be better for all the people, because I feel like in Armenia people steal a lot. Even a lot of people in the government,
yes,
they steal, and the poor people stay poor. So now with the new president, I think hopefully things will change, and if I can help in some sort of way in sports, I would love to do that. But of course, I don't have any plans. But let's say if I could help, I would love to.
That's fantastic. So is that what you kind of had in mind? The new Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan took over when you brought the flag. Was that kind of why you brought that?
No. Listen, I'm no expert in politics or whatever. But listen, I grew up in Holland. I know sport is really important. From young age, from child to 80, 90-year-old people, they do sport. They stay healthy. It costs the government less money. Holland was in the top 10 Olympics of how many medals they got for a small country like this. So they represent Holland very well. I think we miss that in Armenia. People don't exercise as much for their own health. They don't sport to represent Armenia. Those are things that can be better. And I think if with the new president, if they understand the importance of sport and what it means to our country, I think that's, if I can help with that maybe I can do something. Because like I said, I'm not a politician. I don't know anything about anything. But the sport and how important it is, and if you can make changes, if little kids can go train and they become big stars and they can do good for Armenia. Those are things that I feel like it's important where I can do something about it. And other than that, it's going the right direction. The things are changing already. And to be honest, I'm very happy because I always felt like the government people were not honest people. They were stealing from the common people. Yeah. And that has to change, I feel.
Well, it's very admirable for you to say all those things and, show your support to the mother country, as you say. Yeah. Now, one question before we go. Now, I'm just like yourself. I'm an Armenian with parents from Iran, Tehran. So I'm sure growing up, both of us ate similar foods growing up. I just want to know, take me to your kitchen back in the day, growing up with. What was your favorite food growing up? And what would your mother make that you just can't get enough of?
Well, my mother makes. I still eat every day at my mother's house. My mother lives with me, so we eat whatever she cooks.
Oh, that's fantastic! I'm very jealous.
Yeah, karmir plaf, it's like red rice with meat that I like. Whatever she makes, I don't know the names of the dishes, but there's, it's all Persian food actually. What my mother's make. And
same here.
Persian kitchen is I feel like one of the best in the world, but not a lot of people know because it's a little bit. But I feel like they have one of the best kitchens, dishes and food.
I agree, and very healthy too. Very healthy too.
Yeah. A lot of rice, everything with rice, but you need it.
Absolutely. I'm a big it's a Persian food called Rory MacDonald. I'm sure you've had it with the spinach and the rice and the chunks of beef. Great stew. It's fantastic cuisine. Gegard, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us. The new Bellator MMA middleweight champion, Gegard Mousasi. Thanks again for joining us at Nessun. Appreciate it.
No, thank you, Albert. Thank you very much.
Take it easy.